In order to accomplish this, our program works with 4 modules. Each module will be conducted once a week, whether it be Sunday evening, whether it be Monday, whether it be Wednesday. We have 3 days in case you cannot make one, and this is only when demand reaches that point. But as of now, Sunday afternoons, Sunday evenings. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4. Each one of these modules are connected with each other, meaning if you know information from one module, it'll help you in another. You can't fully know the third module or understand how to apply it without first going through the second module, because one may be interpersonal communication, and also you may have to have understanding of whether it be reading. Let's say you're going to communicate with an employer, but if you don't read or gather information about that employer, you can't communicate effectively. So we want to be able to connect each one of these modules. But first, we have to master one at a time. So this program is designed to give you the information in a thoughtful, engaging way. It's designed to answer your questions as long as you do the pre-reading, meaning we're not going to educate you everything here where you just listen, and we expect you to learn. It doesn't work like that. I'm going to give you material beforehand, some resources. You're asked to go look at them and prepare. Get an idea of what this information is about, read it, and then when you come to me, then we'll be able to have an engaging discussion so we can go over the concepts. So by the time you leave the course, you will have an understanding of it, and then you will be able to go share it and teach it with others throughout the week. That's to reinforce what you learned. This concept comes from a book called Photo Reading. A little brief interview, Photo Reading. Boom, this is the 5-step process. I use this in order to get through college while partying and having fun doing what I want to do. Here's some pictures of what we did. I was a president of the Black Engineers Association. We went to Tahoe, we went to Seattle, and all this was with money from other people. As long as I was in the lead, I knew how to go solicit money from the schools. Hey, we did fundraisers. Boom, we got to go on these trips for free. How would you like to be able to set up a trip like that for free? You can do it for your high school students. Why can't you? For your friends. This program, I want to be able to open up your mind and your potential to the possibilities to do such things as that. Here's the photo reading. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, easy. 2, boom. Prepare. Review. 3, photo reading, difficult. Takes a lot of faith. You have to believe you can do it first. We can get into that later. 4, activation. And then 5, regular reading. These steps worked for me in order to educate me. I'm going to use these steps in order for you to learn this program. So today we're just doing step 1 and 2. Then we're going to skip step 3. You're going to read the material. You're going to do step 5. Just read it as best as you can. And then when you come back, we're going to do the 4th step, which is activate it. That's how each program is going to work. Here's the new method that I created. So the method that I want to use in order to educate you about a principle or a topic is simply, I give you the material first, you go home and you create your why and you create your preparation. You're going to write your why on a top line. Why am I reading this information? What do I want to learn? What am I going to use it for? Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. This just tricks your mind in order to get active. Then you perform the activity, you read the content, you create a skeleton or an outline of what that content is about, and you create questions regarding that content. So when you come to class, now you have an idea of what you're going to study, what you're going to talk about. You have some questions so that you can ask me. And then I'm going to go over the material, but I'm going to use analogies in order to help you understand it more clearly. Then once we learn it, see, I'm activating it in your mind in a way. Then when you go back and read it, it's going to be accessible. It's going to enter into your brain. Here's why. I believe our brain works like a plant. You could have a small plant in a big pot. You put a lot of water, the plant can't absorb it. So the water just sits in the soil and it's consequently not used. That water's like knowledge. The plant is like your brain or reading and comprehension. The plant can only absorb so much water. Your brain can only read so many words. After you read those words, you can comprehend it. Then the water gets shot up. It becomes a part of the plant. It doesn't make sense for you to read a whole book when your brain is not ready to absorb a whole book. By using this system, you're expanding your root structure. The more the plant grows, the more roots that it can get. The more roots, the more water it can absorb, the more that it can grow and flourish. So this step process works like this. The why is just the seed. You put the seed in the soil. Once it has its purpose, it can grow. The preparation, that's like phase 1. That's the taproot. It creates a couple little dendrites. If you look at brain anatomy, a couple little offshoots. That's your structure. Then when you go home and read on your own, you're going to go ahead and multiply those structures. Now you have some kind of base. You pour some water, you give some knowledge or some words of the book, and now you have something to connect those words to. So when you come to chorus, then I'm going to give you more, and then it's going to expand your understanding of the material. So when you finally go back home and read it, just regularly, whether it be rapid reading, speed reading, photo reading, skitter reading, however you want to read the material, each concept or word or principle has some root structure to stick onto. It has something to stick onto. Does that make sense? That is the purpose of the multi-step learning process that the photo reading book wants to teach. So I know photo reading may be hard to learn or hard to teach for everyone in this course, but we can still apply the multi-step faceted learning process. Once you learn this, then you can apply it to anything that you want in life.